This is the last of 3 videos using a chair to cultivate gratitude. So the first was intended to be done in the morning. It was warming the spine and focusing on the feet as your foundation as a way to set your intention for the day and intention to be thankful. This is all like really stringing together moments of gratitude, which eventually turn into a life lived thankfully. So then we did one that was intended to do during the middle of the day, get some energy moving, get up out of your chair, do a little stretching. This last one is intended for the evening. This is for you to take a moment to look back on your day and focus on forward folding and calming. Forward folds activate the parasympathetic side of the nervous system, so that's what we're going to be working at. So I invite you to stand up tall to begin with. Just let your arms hang down by your side. As always, think about lifting your big toes and spreading them wide, just sending those messages from your brain to your feet to really get activated. And then perhaps just gazing one spot on the floor in front of you. I invite you to take a moment to reflect back on your day. The fact that you got here means that you had enough good things to get you through the day, your relationships, the ways you were cared for. Also think about the ways that you've cared for others, if it was saying a simple thank you, or providing a meal, or encouragement. It's that constant receiving and giving with no obligation that cultivates gratitude. So take a few inhales and exhales, just in through your nose and out through your nose. And think about just one thing that you're grateful for in your day that got you here to this moment. And bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale deeply, exhale out. Then on your next inhale, take your fingertips up over your head. Try and keep your palms together as long as you can, activating the legs, dropping the tailbone. And then exhale, open your arms, just releasing all that gratitude. Inhaling again, palms together, take your arms up over your head. And exhaling, release. So one more time, inhaling, palms together, arms up over your head. And exhaling, release. And then drop your chin to your chest. We're just going to make some little arcs with your chin along the chest. So inhaling to one side, exhaling through center, inhaling to the other. Exhaling through center, inhaling, just starting to release some tension out of the neck, exhaling and inhaling. One more time. Exhale through center, inhale. Exhale, chin back to the chest. Feel those back muscles stretching long, and then inhale, bring your head right back over your shoulders. And then exhale, take your head to one side. Just feel that length in the opposite side of the neck. Maybe you take your other hand and you gently cradle the top of the head, get a little more stretch. You could even think about stretching that opposite arm out. Just a couple breaths here. Remember, no pain. Then inhaling, go ahead and straighten. Take a moment and then exhale to the other side. Again, maybe going a little more deeply if it's right for you. The whole while keeping yourself rooted, the rest of the body nice and upright. And inhaling, straighten. Good. And then just look from side to side a couple of times each side. And then take your arms out to the side again. And on an exhale, bring your fingertips to the base of your skull. Find those little occipital bones, those 2 little bones right at the base of your skull above your neck, and give yourself a little massage. Just circling the bones in one direction, a little bit of pressure, and then circling the bones in the other. And exhaling, gently release your arms down. And then we're just going to warm the spine a little bit from standing. So I'm going to bend my knees. My feet are still 2 fist widths apart, holding onto the chair. So if your chair is higher, or you could hold on to a countertop. Right. It's going to be mostly about the lower back, right? So on an exhale, if it's safe for your spine, curl your pelvis under, like you're pulling your belly button upward. And then inhale, take your tailbone back and up, like you're pushing your belly button forward. Just do that a couple more times. Make the spine long in both directions. Exhaling and inhaling. So not too much about the upper spine, mostly about the lower spine. Good, and then come on back to neutral and fold yourself forward with a flat back. So if your hamstrings are tight and you need to keep your knees bent, that's okay. You can take your hands down the side of a chair, or maybe you get them to the chair seat so you're flat. Spine's nice and flat, like somebody could have dinner on your back, right? Exhaling, soften the knees. And inhaling, straighten, reach the crown of the head out long. So gently forward folding, exhaling, soften the knees. Inhale, get long. One more time, exhaling, soften the knees. And inhaling, get nice and long. And then use your hands and your low belly to bring yourself back to upright. Take your shoulders up, back, and down. Right. Nice. So then we're going to do a hamstring stretch, just a little bit deeper forward fold. If this doesn't work for you to get your leg on the chair, you could always sit down and stretch your leg out in front of you. We're drawing our toes back towards our knee, keeping both feet active. And on an exhale, you're going to start to fold toward that leg. So mostly with a flat, straight spine, keeping the crown of the head reaching out. If it would feel okay for your body to fold your head toward your knee, you could do that. Two more deep breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. And again, inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. And then use your hands to bring yourself back to upright. Release that foot. Come back to standing Tadasana. Just notice the difference from one side to the other. You might feel like that, like you just stretched is longer. So let's even ourselves out. Take the other foot out, heel out. Seated or standing, toes drop back toward the knee, and then you go long in the spine to fold forward. So you might stay here, or you might allow the head to drop toward the knee if it's safe with your spine. And settle in for 2 more deep breaths. Pull your low belly in, use your hands to walk yourself back up and release the foot. Once again, bring your hands to your heart center and inhale. Get really, really tall. And exhale, release your arms down. So I want to take some tension out of our arms. We can go ahead and have a seat in the chair. Just continue to release the tension in our arms and shoulders. Right. So take your arms out to the side. And exhale, gently draw them inward, elbows toward the waist. Inhaling, arms out. Like someone's pulling on your wrists, and exhale, draw them in. And this time you're going to inhale your arms out and take them over your head again. See if you can bend your elbows and hold elbow to elbow. So keep the tailbone dropping down and the bottom ribs pulling in. And just try and draw your upper arms back a bit. So we keep our heart open, our front body soft. Go back to that intention that you set. Gratitude for your day. Inhale, take your arms up overhead. And exhale, fold your arms the other way. Couple of breaths here. And exhaling, gently release. And take your shoulders up and back and roll them down. And once again, drop your chin to your chest. Take a breath. And you're going to take your arms out to the side and cross one arm across the body, keeping it about shoulder height and straight. Just gently stretching the outside of the shoulder. Exhaling, gently release. Take your arms out to the side again. We'll just go to the other side. So draw the other arm across your body, keeping it straight. Just nice, easy stretch in the shoulder. Good. And gently release. So we're going to do one easy twist. Couple more forward folds, so cross one leg over the other if you can. If not, just keep both feet on the ground. And you're going to twist toward that top leg. So inhale, get tall, and exhale, twist around. Just keeping that spine nice and mobile. And gently release. And take that same leg, and if you're able to cross the ankle over the knee, keep that bottom foot nice and firm and fold forward. Now you might fold forward just an inch. You want to keep these toes flexed back towards the knee. That keeps the shin in line with the foot. It's going to protect your top knee. So with the toes drawing back, maybe you fold a little more deeply, feeling it in the outer hip. And again, if it's safe with your spine and you want to allow your head to drop, you could do that. Just a little bit of movement goes a long way in cultivating wellness. Pull your low belly in, using your hands gently to inhale, bring you back to upright. Go ahead and plant that foot. Check in with your body for a moment. And then we'll even ourselves out again. So cross the other leg over, sit up really, really tall. And exhale, deepen into that twist. Gently releasing the twist, make the spine long again, and cross that ankle over the thigh. Nice and firm foundation in the bottom foot. Inhale and get tall. Keep the top foot flexed, folding forward. So maybe allowing the head to drop. Use your exhales to soften the body. Finished with the work for the day. Getting ready for time to rest. Inhaling, go ahead and bring your body back up, shoulders over the hips. So check in with a moment. Maybe you'd like to move your head and your neck around a little bit more, or your shoulders. So do whatever feels right. Keeping the feet rooted. And then we're going to take a deep forward fold over our legs. So you might want to take a block and a blanket to support yourself more. Or you could go to a countertop and sit in front of the countertop and lay on the counter or a table. So we're going to be here for a while. This is great to do before you go to sleep. It's going to be about 20 breaths. So you just want to follow your breath and stick with your intention, your gratitude, as you fold yourself forward. So maybe you rest your head on your hands. So the goal is to try not to fidget. It's okay to adjust if you feel like you can fold more deeply. So exhale. So if you're really paying attention to your breath, it's impossible to be distracted. If you find your mind wandering, bring it back to the object of your gratitude, and just follow your breath. So perhaps you're using your core just a little bit to help your spine stay stable, the inner thighs, the low belly, but everywhere else is completely relaxed. Especially the jaw. If your tongue got could adjust. So then slowly bringing your hands to your chair or maybe underneath your forehead if they're not there anymore. And very slowly and gently, we're going to start to raise our head. Take a breath. So if your head was below your heart, you should be really careful about how you come up. Inhaling, about halfway up. Then when you're ready, inhaling yourself back up to seated. I invite you to close your eyes. Bring your hands to your heart center. One last time, push your palms together. Raise your fingers over your head. Get them as straight as you can. And then one last time, release that gratitude as you take your arms out to the side and down by your hips again. And then bring your hands together back at your heart. So again, sharing from Diana Butler Bass, her 7-day devotional from her book, Grateful. She says, the poet Wendell Berry once wrote, "What you need is here. May the wonder of this insight be ever present to our hearts, and may it turn our attention toward abundance. Enable us to live generously in this realization, sharing gifts with no expectation of return." Thank you for sharing your time with me. Be well, be thankful. The Spirit in me honors the Spirit in you. Namaste.